Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolours in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board. Click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. Hi everyone, welcome to my afternoon painting session. I'm just plunging in here with some outrageous orange. I'm just doing a practice for today's painting, and this is basically trying out the paper, because I've done one already on some cheap paper, and really cheap paper, and it worked quite well. And now I'm trying the same thing, trying to get the same sort of blends between these two colours, using the same paints. This is an etcher pad. So the idea of this is it's very loose. This is supposed to be a huge sun, painting on a block of paper etcher. And I'm just going to put different bluish, purplish, dark colours around the sun. This is completely imaginary. This is from another planet. This is what happens when you watch old episodes of Star Trek, The New Generation, The Next Generation, whatever they called it. You start thinking of ways that the Earth could have been if it hadn't have been what it is. So anyway, I'm just randomly putting blues and greens around the sun, using a large brush. This is a size 12 watercolor, aqua, what's it called? Aquamarine? No, Aqua Elite brush from Princeton. And just slapping it in pretty willy-nilly. I'm going to come back with some more orange for the outside edge of the sun. Now, as I said, this is basically a practice, and to see whether the paper works, I'm just going to try to clean up the outside edge a little bit. Okay, and what I have to do now is dry it. Okay, so that's dry, and using the same brush, I am now going to put in some palm trees, and I'm thinking I will use this. This is some of my MEEDEN black watercolor paint. What's the matter with my words today? And I'm going to just put a palm tree in here and just give it slightly irregular shape to the trunk. Could probably have done with leaning over a bit more and make it a little bit wider at the bottom, a little bit wider up here so it leans a bit more. They're often not particularly maybe we'll make this one go the other way. Not particularly what? Not particularly straight. That's it. Palm trees are often not particularly straight, nor particularly smooth, although they look like it from a distance sometimes. So you can paint them however you like, because they do vary, and sometimes they have sort of hairy bodies like this, don't they? To try to avoid making this look like a cartoon, So just give it a slightly textured kind of thing. But it is a sort of cartoon in a way, because we're going to put in some branches. Let's make this black a little bit thinner. And then using the paint, you have to get it the right thickness. So you'll have to do that by trial and error. Just using the tip of the brush. Don't need a special brush. This one's fine. Use the tip of the brush and just touch. And you get these nice fronds. And we'll put another center up here. So it's all about just judging how far away the paper is and just touching it to it and then lifting it up, flicking kind of thing. There's only one way to do this, and that's by practice. You'll make some of them a bit heavier, and then you want to come in towards the end and make it a little bit darker there. You could, if you wanted to, put some coconuts in there. You can have some nice big ones, nice dramatic ones like that. As you get into it, you'll find that they sort of spring out of the paper. This kind of thing, okay? And we'll make this one go over here. And this ridiculously bright background that we did just, gets less obvious. And I'm going to put in here what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm going to make these cross over a bit. Just a bit. And, well, I was going to put some birds sitting here. I'm not quite sure how to do this. Let me see. Let's think. I haven't made enough space, really. What I wanted to do was just put a bird with a long tail sitting on a branch with a bit of a headdress. There, like that kind of thing. But I don't think they have that kind of branch, so we would have to put something coming across like that. Pretend there's another sort of branch, and then we can put a few more birds, can't we? Up here, like this, with headdress. Whatever kind of bird you feel like putting. And let's put another one down here. And I suppose we could have some nice, strong, I hadn't even thought about what we put down the bottom here. Some nice, strong tropical leaf designs, maybe? I don't know. A few more of these. Okay, so I've let that dry and I've just put a mount around it now just so that we can see what it actually looks like. And I'm quite pleased with that. It has a nice, loose, sort of somewhat Japanese, Chinese air to it. And so I think I'm going to just call that done. In case you're interested in knowing what I used to do it, in case you didn't catch it earlier, I used the Viviva watercolor pan here with the super vivid transparent watercolors, which is absolutely great for this kind of striking thing. If you use some of the other paints that we use, they dry back to a much lighter color than this, so they're not necessarily ideal. And I used a Princeton Aqua Elite brush because that has a very nice point, as you can see, even though I've had that since Christmas and I've used it quite a lot, but it's still got a lovely point on it. The paints, by the way, you might have them in this format as well, the color sheets. And if you go to follow the link in the description below and go to Viviva if you want to buy these, excuse me, and we get a small commission if you go to their website via us. That's that. And what else? I painted on a sheet of Etcher watercolor paper, but it could have been anything. And I was a bit worried about it at first because it seemed to be sucking in the color, but it was okay in the end. So I'm going to leave that with you. Have a go at that. I think it might look quite nice if it was reduced right down. You could do a photocopy of that and made it smaller. It would make quite a nice striking card. And yeah, so practice your brushwork before you get started so that you aren't disappointed, and just chuck a couple of birds in at the end. Makes it come alive, doesn't it? I'll let you go now and I'll see you again soon. So bye for now, everybody. Bye-bye.